Hi, today is Sunday, April 7th. It's, it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon and it's about 80 degrees outside. So I wanted to do a garden diary. I was on vacation and just got back yesterday and I was amazed at how things have progressed and I wanted to do a video. I wanted to start with this because I'm just so impressed by all of this. This is a Tamarillo, dwarf Tamarillo, and I think it was about I think it had 3 leaves on it, but it wasn't very big when I left, so it's gotten pretty good size. These are artichokes, and the reason I didn't plant them before I left is because I understand they get pretty big and I'm not quite sure where to put them. The other bigger plants, this one, this one, this one, and this one, I believe all of these are petunias. I think that's a weed, but I'm not sure. These were my strawberries. I don't think they made it. These are coleus. And they're looking pretty good. And I wanted to show some of the other things that have been growing, like those petunias over there look beautiful. Those red petunias look awesome. And those pink ones look awesome too. And then in this bed, I didn't plant anything before we left, and there's some grasses that are coming in there, so I need to get those out. The other thing I'm really pleasantly surprised by is this plant over here is thriving. So I'm really pleased. I thought I killed it, but I guess not. That one is not doing well though, but this one's still going. And this is my pomegranate, and hopefully it'll get fruit on it this year and stay on the plant. My husband revamped our fireplace here. He put a vent in the bottom of it and a new fire ring and all that kind of stuff, and redid it, and I think it's going to be wonderful. We sat out here last night and really enjoyed the fire. Back here, all of these purple flowers are vinca, and they are getting huge. The smaller purple are rosemary, of course. But that's kind of exciting. That's my mom's. That's a mom. You can see all the berries are pretty much off the firethorn. There's still a few, but not many. And then I planted before I left some California fuchsia in this pot, and some of it's gonna make it. There's some others that's not, and then I gotta go through here and pull out, not like this, or you won't. Not doing myself any good, but anything by the root and get rid of that grass. I don't know where the grass is coming from. And I think it's the same over here. There's a little bit of the California fuchsia that made it, and then everything else that's coming in is grass. That ain't gonna help. I want to put something in that pot. Maybe coleus might go in there because it's a little shady. We'll see. This is my jasmine. Doesn't smell yet, but it's kind of cool. I don't think that firethorn made it. I was looking at it last night and I think it's probably dead. What else? Oh, we have all of this stuff from the trees. And so I'm gonna clean all that up this week. The lantana, the purple lantana is coming back. And there's some arugula in there. So, and then we bought these flower beds, and I'm not sure where we're going to put them yet. We're playing around with different designs just to see what they look like in different places in the yard. Oh, that's the other thing. This bougainvillea doesn't look like it's living. I don't know. We're not seeing any little green sprouts on it or anything anywhere, which I would have thought because it was older that it would have fared better than the younger bougainvilleas, but maybe because it's old, it's like anything else. It's deteriorated. I want to show the fountain. My husband painted the base of it. Actually, he painted the whole thing, but we've never had the base painted, and he painted all of that and then put in some new soil, and then you can see the armeria are blooming like crazy. They're so pretty. I'd like to get something in there that's a summer flower too. Maybe intersperse it with the armeria so that I get a spring flower and a summer flower. But I'm not sure what to plant yet. But it sure looks pretty. The trees are turning green. Doing good. I've got some bulbs coming up in here, and I'm thinking I'm gonna pull those out of there. Here's one, here's one, here's one, here's one. Probably need to move them somewhere else. The Cape honeysuckle don't look real good right now, but I'm thinking they need some spring food and maybe some rejuvenation to their roots. I got some weeds in here I need to pull out. This plant that I had back here, see, this is all this California fuchsia that I'm going to pull up, but this plant back here is blooming again, and it's got some new growth. That's kind of exciting. The plumbago is turning green. Marigolds are turning green. That's so cool when you can plant something and it comes back year after year. Except for that mess. That's the California fuchsia that's trying to take over that bed. Here's my lavender. It's looking pretty. We're going to cut back these lantana. Of course, today is my relaxed day, so I'm not doing anything today. Tomorrow will be soon enough. And I've got some bulbs coming up in here. I'm hoping those are the orange bulbs, but I'm not sure. And then these African daisies are still alive, so I'm hoping they took root. Be exciting if they did. And then these are all trees, so I've got to pull, and they've got some deep roots. In fact, I didn't get that one. But I gotta pull all those out. This is an African daisy that I think might make it. Oh, there's a viola. This is a plumbago. I think all of these are flowers in here that are coming back. These are gazanias. And I'm gonna be redoing all of these black grow pots and putting flowers in there. Here's my bulbs with the and there's a marigold in there. But I also have those African daisies in there. This is funny. These bulbs came up. That was they were in there for a while and we replaced the dirt, but they came back. So I'm gonna try to transplant them if I can. The tomato plants have grown up. This has gone crazy, my cilantro. So I'm gonna let it go to seed, see if I can get some cilantro seeds off of there. And my husband thought the arugula was so pretty, he left it in there for now so that I could use it. Over here, that's my cherry tomato. It was a little tiny thing, so it's big. This was a zucchini. It looks like it didn't make it. This is Paul Robeson tomato, and it's up past the first rung of the tomato cage. These are my snap peas or sugar peas, whatever they are, I don't remember. That's my German thyme. There's a tree in there too, and then there's all sorts of marigolds that are going to come up in there. This is my rue. It's getting flowers on it. It's kind of a pretty plant, real lacy. I'm excited to start growing some things. I planted chamomile over here just long enough to, because I didn't know what else to do with it while I was gone. That's another cherry tomato. And like I said, those started out really tiny. This is a fennel. This is a zucchini. I think it's a green one, might be a yellow one, but it's doing well. This I transplanted out of this bed over here before I left, and I don't know if it's cauliflower or broccoli, but I decided to save it at the last minute. That was broccoli. That's fennel. This is a pea. These are peas. That's kind of cool. It doesn't look like our pepper plants are going to come back, except for this one back here. It's got some growth on it. The rest of them, not so much. But it was worth a shot. Then look at these peas. They're getting huge. This is a weed. This was actually a wildflower. But there's my peas. I'm thinking they're so pretty. Those are weeds too. Ooh, look at that big grasshopper. There's something on it. I gotta kill that. sorry you had to see that. A huge grasshopper. Here's the tomatoes. That's all right. And you can see they're past the first rung. These are purple Russian. These are Paul Robeson. In fact, that looks like a fruit. These are my cherry tomatoes. And then this is cinnamon basil. This was 2 and it's not looking real good. This is my Paul Robeson and purple Russian and some chamomile. That's pretty. I'm gonna redo my tomato tower. Oh, those flowers are pretty. A huge dill over there that's getting ready to flower. These are looking pretty, so I'm thinking they might make it. I'm hoping they do. And then my okra took a hit. I think they might bounce back, but they sure don't look as pretty as when I first put them in. And they just may have gone through some kind of a stress thing. Then this plant that I planted in here is getting big, but I might pull it. I don't know what it is, and I'm not so sure I want it in there. That garlic chives is still alive, so I'll probably do something with it this week. And then I've got some broccoli, kale, some more dill, some lettuces that I'll use this week, some cilantro, another broccoli. I think that's about it. There's some big onions in here I need to probably harvest. That's my garden diary.